Hello everyone. Today I'm going to introduce a topic that often turns up in my articles and books. The sense that there is some kind of fundamental opposition between tradition with a capital T and modernity with a capital M. To express this sense somewhat dramatically, let's say that till the 31st of December, 1857, all of South Asia was steeped in the darkness of tradition, and on the rosy morning of the 1st of January, 1858, all of South Asia suddenly woke up to the blessed light of modernity. Sometimes this claim of a fundamental opposition or rupture is not expressed so directly, but it is stated implicitly. However, if we study texts in languages such as Marathi, Gujarati, Hindustani, Bengali, and others, produced between 1850 and 1950, we would be able to develop a fine-grained micro-understanding of an entire series of engagements between South Asian perspectives and the idea of the West. This series encompasses dynamic styles such as opposition, rejection, endorsement, critical adaptation, creative imitation, and so on. Here is just one example with respect to the songs of Rabindranath Tagore. When I started learning the songs in childhood, they were simply a collection of beautiful melodies. 8 years ago, when I read through Tagore's writings on the Upanishads, I was stunned. I understood for the first time that some of the words in his songs are placed there because the logic, the theologic of the Upanishads requires him to use those words. That is, Tagore is making some theosonic moves within a frame of reference that he has inherited. Moreover, he reweaves North Indian devotional poetry composed between the 13th and the 18th centuries into these songs. In one song, composed around the time of the first partition of Bengal in 1905, he says to the motherland, "You have given me so much, I have given you hardly anything." And then he laments, "Amar jonom gelo britha kaje." Here is a lightweight translation. "I have frittered away my days in fruitless pursuits." And here is a heavyweight translation. "Vanity of vanities, my life is a pile of vanities." This type of lament recurs throughout various styles of Hindu religious poetry, where it is directed at God, Vishnu, or Krishna, or Rama, or Shiva, and it also recurs throughout styles of Indo-Islamic poetry, where it is an exhortation to become meditatively aware of the transitoriness of this world. Suppose we go back on a time travel machine and ask Tagore, "All right then, Mr. Tagore, when you composed that song, were you feeling traditional or modern? Do you feel traditional on the weekends and become modern on Monday? Do you remain traditional when you chant a verse from the Rig Veda and become transformed into modernity when you speak to your friend Mr. Andrews from Cambridge?" It would be difficult to translate these types of questions into Bengali. Tagore is a traditionalist in his modernist manner, just as he is a modernist on his traditionalist terrain. One final comment. We often hear phrases such as Islamic modernism and Hindu modernity, but rarely, if ever, does someone talk about Christian modernism or Christian modernity. The assumption seems to be this: regarding the modernity question, Christians are holier than thou. It is Hindus and Muslims who have to play catch-up. That is, Christianity supplies the normative criterion of modernity with respect to which Hindus and Muslims have to descriptively measure themselves. However, anyone who spends even a week, even a few days studying Christianity in Europe from 1523 to the present day will see that the concept of Christianity and the concept of modernity are not congruent or identical. So, one has to learn to speak or read and think through and with more languages than just English, and in this way, hopefully the specter of the tradition versus modernity dichotomy can be laid to rest.